Hello friends, Bhavna Thacker here. Welcome to my new video on Jetpack Compose. Starting this month for next coming few months, my goal is to publish videos on Jetpack Compose UI starting from a beginner level will go up to advanced level. So in this video, we are going to build a sample app using Jetpack Compose that demonstrates text, image, button, LazyColumn, surface and card, etc. And it will demonstrate how to manage state with a Boolean state. If you have not watched any of my Jetpack Compose videos, I suggest you go through a basics workshop video. Link is in the description. Now let's get started with building Jet user profile. In Android Studio, click on New Project. Select Empty Compose Activity, click Next. Give your application a name. Click Finish and wait for the project to sync. We keep this emulator and the app for reference for what we are going to build. Now remove all the default code. We are going to build from scratch. Start by saying the main function that we are going to call is user profile. Same we will use it for the preview. Create this function. Please note that your production app will be too complex as compared to this particular app, and here we are not following any clean architecture, MVVM, etc. Here the goal is only to understand the basic components of the Compose and things like state in Compose. So we are putting everything in the single file. So we start with user profile. Now first thing, inside this function we create a surface. Then inside the surface we draw a card. So call it card, and card will have the padding. Give some elevation to the card. And shape also you can give. You can call rounded corner shape and then give the shape, or you can use material theme. What is this material theme dot shapes dot medium? Go to your project, click on UI shape dot kt. Now here you can define what are your shapes, small, medium and large. So you can customize this. So I can say 4, 8 and 12. Now inside the card, start building up. Now inside this particular card, you can see we have elements vertically arranged. So for that we use column. We give arrangement at top because we want to start elements from the top. You put a comma and give horizontal alignment. That will be centered horizontally. Inside the column, what you want to build? You have an image, right? So call a function user image. So this is not yet created, so it will show in red. Let it be, we'll do it very soon. Now after the image, what you have? You can see a divider. So divider and provide thickness. Now after divider we see the text as Bhavna Thacker, Android developer. For that we use text. Give some styling to the text using material theming. See here you can give the style. I say it's H5. See, don't hard code the colors, because if you then when you switch to dark theme, it may not look good. So when you use primary color, it is intelligent enough to apply the primary color for dark theme, whatever you defined in your theme folder in the theme kitty. Then you have some space, so use spacer. For vertical space you will use height, for horizontal space you will use width. Again you use text, but this time it will be Android developer. Style you can modify, color also you can say primary variant. Again give some space, give the space, and then we have a button now. So you say button, on click we will implement later. First give the text as profile, just comment this out, user image, and then we can see the preview. So we built so far this much. Now time to have the user image. So user image, give the size to the image, give some padding. Then as we want image to be of circle shape, we give shape as circle, and we give the elevation. Now you call image. Here you have to provide the resource. It could be in drawable using painter. Take this png file, put it inside drawable, and here say painter resource, then provide the content description for accessibility. Build and run, or just see the preview whether this is working or not. Now as you can see the preview, the image is available. Now next task is to have the click action on the profile, right? So for that let's go to the emulator and see what is it. If you click on the profile, you see this vertical scrolling list with this values. So for that let's create a dummy data. Go to project and create a new Kotlin file or class, file utils.kt. In production app this will come from a remote server or room database, but here we are hard coding the data. I'm using Android Studio live templates for getting the data here. We create a class, data class profile entry, which has name and value, and we'll call this utility function get profile entries, will give us list of profile entries. Go to main activity.kt, and here this main function, we want to first remember whether the user has clicked the profile button or not. So every time user clicks, that state is toggled. Okay, so for that you create a Boolean state. Import get value and mutable state of. So you can see what is imported. Android Compose runtime. Now come back here. When you click the button, this will be toggled. So is clicked equals to negate is clicked. Okay, and now the bottom part of the UI, which you want to show only when the button is clicked. So when it is true, this is declarative UI. If it is clicked, you want to display something. So I call it profile. We'll create this function and we'll give the data get profile entries. This is the function I'll call with the profile entries utility function that we have created. So now create this function. Now here we want to have the vertical scrolling list. We'll wrap it around the surface and give some padding. And now we want to have the vertical scrolling list, so that will be LazyColumn. You can say vertical recycler view is LazyColumn, and we pass the content lambda using items. Select the items which takes list as a parameter. Here we give entries, and for each of the entry what we want to do, we'll create a function profile card which will display for each of the entry. Profile card will be a card that occupies the maximum width Let's give some padding to it. You can give a shape. Let's give it rectangle shape and some elevation to the card. Now what do we want inside the card? Let's go to the UI. We want an image and then the profile entry name and value. Okay, so this is horizontal arrangement of the image and the text. So first we have a row for the horizontal arrangement, and we give some modifier to it. Only give the start padding, and we want the vertical alignment for the components to be center vertically. All its children will be aligned center vertically. Now what will be the children in the row? It will be an image, user image, and then you have a column. Here you can give, for the column you can give horizontal alignment. We give alignment dot start, and then there are two text fields. This will work fine, but see, the user image at the top has a bigger size and this has got a smaller size. So if you want to reuse a composable this way, what we have done is we have hard coded the size of the user image, right? So what we will do is pass a modifier as a parameter, and while calling it we can modify the size. So if somebody does not specify, you can specify a default modifier, and now you can pass as well. So while we are passing, we copy this and the size will remove it. It will use what is passed it, and when we are passing it we will say modifier dot size. Now here we want only 100 dp in the profile. This is profile card, yes, and at the user profile at the top the image you see here, while you are calling it, it will be 160 dp. So the upper image is bigger, and this is how you can reuse the composable functions. Whatever is changing, you pass it as a parameter, and whatever is like common, you can put it inside, right? So this is done. Let's better run the app on the emulator itself. You can see it's ready. The source code for this is available on my GitHub profile, and the link will be provided in the description. Thank you once again for watching, and do subscribe to my channel for more complex videos on Jetpack Compose UI in the coming weeks. Thank you.